In a desolate future, the world is a wasteland. Society has crumbled, leaving behind only the ghosts of cities and the desperate survivors who haunt them. Among them is Shu Ranran, the leader of a small, starving tribe of women. Their supplies have run out, and hope is fading. In a final act of desperation, Ranran performs an ancient ritual praying to her ancestors for a miracle. Her sisters, however, have lost faith. They urge her to lead them into a final glorious battle, preferring to die fighting than to starve in silence. Just as despair threatens to consume them all, a strange light envelops Ranran. Her sisters watch in awe, wondering if the ancestors have finally answered. 600 years in the past, in the year 2025, a different kind of desperation is unfolding. Shu Fan, a young man who has been unemployed for half a year, kneels before his own ancestral shrine. His prayers aren't for survival but for wealth. In a dramatic, half-joking plea, he offers to sacrifice his best friend's love life for the next 10 years in exchange for a fortune. He clutches his only valuable possession, a family heirloom jade pendant, threatening to sell it if the ancestors don't intervene. Suddenly, the very jade pendant in his hand begins to glow with an intense light. A shimmering portal tears through the fabric of his tiny apartment, and out tumbles a bewildered Shu Ranran. The two descendants, separated by centuries, stare at each other in shock. Shu Fan, mesmerized by the beautiful woman who just fell onto his bed, can only mutter about how pretty she is. Ranran, confused and disoriented, believes she has been summoned by a powerful spirit. She immediately kneels, begging her people. Shu Fan is utterly confused. If she was summoned by his jade pendant, shouldn't he be the ancestor? He helps her up, and seeing her famished state, offers her the only food he has on hand, an apple. For Ranran, who has only known a world of scarcity and danger, this simple fruit is an object of suspicion. But driven by hunger, she takes a bite. The taste is revelatory, and the fact that she doesn't die from it is a miracle. A wave of ecstatic joy washes over her. This apple isn't poison, it is hope. It means her sisters can be saved. She marvels at this slightly clueless ancestor, but decides not to question her good fortune. When she calls him ancestor again, he corrects her, revealing his name is Shu Fan and showing her his identical jade pendant. Ranran is stunned. A glance at a nearby calendar confirms the impossible. The year is 2025. She realizes she hasn't met an ancestor, but a descendant from 600 years in the future. This doesn't change her plea, however, as she begs him for any food he can spare. Shu Fan, looking at his own pathetic situation, points to his meager stash, a box of expiring instant noodles and 2 boxes of apples. Grateful, Ranran insists on giving him something in return. She offers her dagger. Shu Fan, seeing the desperation in her eyes, can't bring himself to take her only weapon. Not wanting to take his charity, Ranran pulls a beautiful hairpin from her hair and presses it into his hands.